Alrighty, welcome to another vintage stream. As you may have noticed, I swapped some of my newer cards with the old border cards, because I'm a huge fan of them. And if you're a fan of old cards as well, be sure to check out my sponsor 341 Trading. They have all the beautiful old cards, as well as the new cards, so you'll find something you like there. We're playing shops today. I'm gonna try out Giganta, because like the main reason we didn't play Giganta in like the last few years is that we had like Chalice of the Void in the deck as a one-off, and since you have Vexing Bauble now, I'm not entirely sure if you really need Chalice anymore. Like, Chalice is still a great card in many matchups where you can play it on one. But like, you often play it for 0 to counter all the Moxen of your opponent, and with Bauble you don't need that much. So I'm gonna try playing without it and see how many times we actually can use Giganta. Like, we do have Ruby and Emerald and Black Lotus to play it. And sometimes you just have hands that can, like, play some spheres, have infinite mana, you can destroy your opponent's stuff, but you don't really have a win option, and I don't know. I don't know if Giganta's gonna be good enough. It's probably not gonna be a great card, but like, it's still a companion and it's kinda free in this deck. So let's see. We win the die roll, we're playing against Discover N, the GOAT. Probably on Doomsday, so it's pretty important and good to be going first. We have Vexing Baubles, which is excellent in this matchup. Like, Vexing Bauble plus Urza Saga is really good. I wonder if I should just play turn 1 Saga Bauble, but if this gets countered, they could have like a very good hand. I think I'm just gonna go with Ancient Tomb and Vexing Bauble, and if they have a counter, we just have a second one. Okay. So I'm just gonna play the second one. Like, now I just hope they don't have like the turn 1 Dark Ritual into Doomsday thing. Okay. Like, we could strip mine here. They might be searching for a land. We could deploy Saga. But I think first thing we do is just crack a Bauble. If we find... We could find Workshop to play Lodestone. There we go. Like, this enables them to play their Moxen if they have some. But they cannot counter the Lodestone, and next turn I can play Null Rod. Plus Strip Mine if they do have... if they do have any Moxen I need to take care of. And like, having a 4-turn clock is very relevant against Doomsday. I have another fetch. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. They don't even have... Oh wait, they couldn't. They still couldn't just cast the Moxen because they don't get any more expensive. Yeah, so we're just strip mining their land and play Golos, getting a wasteland, is my guess. Yeah. They just concede. As easy as that. So on the draw it's gonna be a bit more difficult. I think we're gonna... We're gonna need all of those. Just found out my deck list wasn't updated, so I'm playing with kind of an old version. I wanted to try Shadow Spear as well. But looks like we have another Worm Coil. So, yeah. Doesn't matter that much, especially in this matchup. I think we wanna sideboard those cards. On the draw, we might even want another Null Rod. Let's see. Like we want to cut the Tabernacle for sure. We also probably want to cut the Pithing Needle, but I'm not sure. Those are cards that could still be in. I think Waxing Bauble's still good enough. So is Patchwork Automaton. I think Mystic Forge is too slow against the combo deck. So is Golos. Crucible is still kind of fine, because you can just destroy all of their lands. But it's also kind of slow. I also don't like the Nettle Cyst. There's like tons of cards which are not that great or just kind of too slow. Maybe Metamorph is better, because you can copy one of the spheres if you need to. I think I'm gonna keep one Golos, I think. Maybe I could just cut them all. Maybe I want the fourth Null Rod, especially on the draw. But it's quite tough. I'm gonna cut the last Golos on the draw. Probably a Nettle Cyst. Let's see. Yeah, let's just try this. Game 2 on the draw, post board is gonna be like much harder. This hand is fine though. Like it has Mental Misstep, which is good against them, especially on the draw. We do have a turn 1 Wasteland as well as a turn 1 Thorn. Okay. Oh. Let's just hope they don't have Moxen, like... Okay, they just passed the turn here. Metamorph is also good because of Thorn. So I think I'm gonna start with Moxen. And I think I'll go with a Saga. And a Thorn. Like, I don't want to get dazed here, that's why I played the land first. So what do they have? Let's see. Yeah, let's just go ahead and counter that. Mind Break Trap. Right. Three cards left. Guess I could have played around Trap. I think I don't. Like I need one Mox to play the Thorn. I wonder why they didn't just mind break trap the Thorn, but instead chose to steal sabotage it. Because like on the following turns, mind break trap might be dead. Steal sabotage is not, so let's see. They don't find a land. So we have two options here. I think we're gonna wasteland them for sure. Then we could play Crucible, or we could just make a construct. I think making the construct and then playing the Crucible next turn is probably just better. So this gives us a bit of pressure, and like the Saga can also get like a Lotus or something that gives us mana to play the Crucible. And if they don't have a land, we don't even need to play Crucible next turn. We might just put lethal on the board and go from there. And poor Giganta not being in the command zone. Well, if you bring in traps, you will not have access to Giganta anymore. Which doesn't really matter in the combo matchups, because there you have to, like, just lock them out of the game, basically. Okay, they found another land. They go Ritual and Doomsday. Okay. They go down to 8. Really wonder what they're holding. Might be additional card draw or additional Doomsday. I don't think they have a counter spell left, or at least I don't hope. I hope they don't do. I think we can go for a Vexing Bauble just to prevent Lotus from happening, because I think if we have Wasteland, they cannot come back without, like, fast mana. So this looks really good. I don't think there's an out for them against, like, Bauble into Crucible into Wasteland. Because, like, the token we produce gives us a 2-turn clock. So we take mana in our pool. Get Bauble. Get Crucible. Get Wasteland. There we go. Round 2 we win the die roll. Let's show them our mighty companion. There are matchups in which this is great. Like, not great, but keepable, but I don't think it's a particularly good hand. This on the other hand side is quite decent. I'm gonna keep this and bottom. Like I could bottom Fair or Ancient Tomb. If I keep Ancient Tomb, I can go Automaton into all the Moxen. Into Sphere, which is decent. This would be like a 5-5 beater. Yeah, let's go. I think that's the way to play this hand, and then we can actually get our companion. And maybe play it at some point, who knows. I have no idea what we're playing against, but it could also be shops or something. But like a turn 1 5-5 automaton is very, very good in several matchups. But yeah, we might also need some help from the top of our deck. We'll see. First blood. No counter. Okay. Like what now? They want to counter the Mox Jet. The important red Mox. Yeah. Turn 1 empty-handed. Let's see what our opponent does. Could be Jewel Shops, Wide Initiative. Well, nothing like that. They're also not a Lurus deck, since they don't have Lurus. Let's see, do you have a counter for this one? No. Could also be Doomsday, actually. Kinda like our chances against Doomsday with this hand, but... Oh, they're on Oath. Okay, I see. It's good to know that they're on Oath, because I think they shouldn't have shown us this. Like, they're not gonna win this game. Yeah, I need to play Thorn here. Be completely safe, I think. They're not gonna win this game, and it's very relevant for sideboarding. Like, actually, they could have Force of Vigor here to deal with Thorn and Sphere, and then do like Time Walk, Oath, something like that, but like it's not happening, and they cannot kill the automaton. Yeah, they just shouldn't have shown us the Forbidden Orchard if they don't have interaction. Because now we know what we're up against, and that's quite important, to say the least. Let's see. I think on the draw, null rods are fairly important. Trap could also be important on the draw, like running show and tells. Let's see, like we want the cages for sure. I don't think that we want like creatures on the draw. I just do something like this. They They will have Force of Vigor post board, so need to keep that in mind. Not sure about the Mind Break traps, like... Could be traps, well... Needle is fine against Oko. Null rods are fine as well. Maybe not 4, maybe 3 is enough. Golos is fine. This can get Caracas. Maybe this is just the way I want to sideboard. Let's see. All the creatures. Yeah, I think on the draw I'm too slow. I think I need to just... to lock them out. The game. Not sure about the traps. I don't think they're great against Oath, but on the draw I might just need them. I think Oath is not a good matchup overall, unfortunately. Because like they have a very fast clock with Oath, and if they like get an Atraxa into play, you basically just lose. Like there are some board states where you can just repeatedly bounce it with Caracas and then they don't get to connect with it. But yeah, most of the time... What's this? Like we do have a turn 1 Mystic Forge, which could be quite decent in this deck. What else do we have? Null Rods could actually be fine. I'm gonna keep this, also because Caracas is fine. Ghost Quarter I'm not sure if they have. Let's check. Basic lands. They usually don't have basic lands. The first time they play Oath. Oath. Another Mox. There are two ways to play this hand. Like we could ramp out Null Rod with Lotus. This is better if they have Oko in their hand, basically. Because if they play Oko next turn, which is dead, Saga can get a Grafdigger's Cage to nullify Oath. So the question is, do we have another turn so we can deploy Forge and then turn 2 Null Rod? I mean, this would be much more elegant. Yeah, let's see. Maybe they just counter and we don't have to think about it. Since we have a Caracas, I do think we want to try play that Forge. Maybe we find Mox or 2 Moxen off it. That would be sweet. Two Moxen and Null Rod. Like if they have a Force of Will, that's also fine, because that means they don't have a follow-up next turn. Which also means we're gonna resolve Null Rod, we're gonna tutor up Grafdigger's Cage, and we should be fine. They do have Force. It's fine. A fair 2 for 2. So please don't draw Ancestral, Oko, Orchard. They don't. I could get a construct here, but I don't feel like I should. So it's just gonna be Inventor's Fair. Like if they have exactly misstep, this is a bad play. Do they have exactly misstep? I'm just gonna play the Null Rod. This feels much safer. It's Cage here. Play this. Probably the Tomb. Because if we find another Tomb next turn, we can... Actually, I wonder, I could have played the Saga to make a token this turn. I'm actually not sure if I want to do tokens here, it just feels so... If they have Force of Vigor, we can just kill our Cage. I wonder if we should just take it slow, but we have Metamorph for their trucks and we can bounce theirs. Maybe we're just fine. Actually, doing some constructs. Yeah, maybe I should have played the Saga before. Like every card they draw gets them closer. Okay, that's a really good draw. Because if they have a way to beat Caracas, we can just get it back. There are ways to beat Caracas. Next turn I can get Bauble with Saga and then we should be fine. Let's see what happens next. Draw trap. I think we want to hold up the Caracas. Do we? They have removal now for the Cage, they get a truck. So if they have Time Walk, yeah. I'm gonna do it like this. Don't care about the life loss at the moment. Ooh. Can Pithing Needle their Misty as well? Yeah. Gonna do that. Yeah, come on. Just play it out. If they have it, they have it. Like they could also have Nature's Claim, and in this case it's much better to Pithing Needle. They get their trigger, which doesn't do anything. And that's hopefully it. Have another Misty, okay. So it was a good shot. Okay, and we win. We win another roll. Good for us. Reveal Giganta. His hand is fine in some matchups, but horrible in others. I don't think I can keep this. This is much better. Let's just bottom the needle, probably. I think I'm gonna start with Crucible. And Sphere. Let's see what we're up against. Workshop. So having a Crucible on the battlefield is already very important here. Let's hope they don't have a fast creature or something. Yeah, that is a fast creature. It's not as big just yet. So we need some help at some point. Ugh, scary. On Wasteland. Mm. Like, playing another Sphere doesn't do much here. I think we're just dead here. We should have kept our first hand. Would have been much better in this matchup, but Crucible is key, but it's also key to... Yeah, that's it. Like, creatures are key. Mana is key. Yeah, that's good enough. There are other matchups where this would have been the nuts, but not here apparently. Well. So What do we need here? This step is actually okay. Like, there are lots of cards we don't really want. This matchup. Not even sure about Tabernacle, but I think it's fine to have one Null Rod. Tutor up. Like Mind Break Trap is probably also fine. Bog is like just another land. Probably something like that. It's interesting that Sphere of Resistance is actually a fine counter to Vexing Bauble on the draw. I want traps. I think Tree Ball is fine on the play. Yeah, let's just see. What do we have here? It's not a great hand. Great hand at all. Probably still need to keep it. Let's just copy a Mox, play a Bauble. Like, this can win. Most of the time it does not, but it can win. Okay, that's pretty good. Especially together with the Tabernacle. I think this is kind of a hard lock. Yeah, sure is. As easy as that. Okay, but on the draw, what do we do? Like, I don't want the 3-ball on the draw. As I said, Sphere of Resistance is kind of a counter to Vexing Bauble. It's just a very bad one. It's so poor. Maybe it is just another Null Rod. There are so many bad cards in this deck for the mirror. Like, Mind Break Trap is fine, but like, it doesn't work against Bauble draws. It like takes your Giganta out, which I think this matchup could be okay for Giganta. Maybe I do want the Sphere. Maybe I want the Thorn actually to be able to play like the jewelry. Yeah, it's just it looks very poor, but interesting hand. Loses to Bauble, but could Could do stuff against the rests. Ancient Tomb. Ox. Bauble. Sure. I hate Bauble. They passed the turn. Maybe we get them to crack the Bauble. That would be great. If they don't have any lands. They do. Did they just draw that? Let's hope they don't find land, crack the Bauble in order to find something. They don't. Bauble is just such an unfun card. Yeah, I was hoping they would just ban it or like restrict it. They should have done that. Yeah, like now I'm basically just losing to Bauble. That's the thing. Because I'm on the draw. If I was on the play, they would be the one losing. It is what it is. Yeah. Like Bauble is awesome in Workshop. Obviously. Does everything you need. But just lethal, 9, 15. Probably is if they have something else. Like what am I supposed to do here? Tabernacle would be awesome if they didn't have any. Alright. We're on the play here. We have a decent hand. No idea what we're playing against, but this start is surely decent. An island and pass the turn. I think I'm going with a sphere here. Even though that nullifies the Bauble, kind of. Actually, I could start with Null Rod. Null Rod and then Sphere. I cannot crack the Bauble now, but I don't want to. Okay. They scoop. What are they playing? Can we find out? They were on Jewel's shop. And they just scoop to the null rod, so... yeah, let's sideboard as if... let's sideboard as if we're playing against jewel shops. So... need those... don't need the tabernacle. We want all of those. I don't think we need those on the draw. Not sure though. Maybe... I think Golos is better, just because Golos also handles Wormcoil Engine with Caracas. Let's see, does that make sense? Yeah, I think on the play I want the automatons, but on the draw probably not. Yeah, let's see. Plays a bunch of Chrysalis. I don't know how I did this. Yes, I know. Okay. This is a keep. Still start with Island though, and Recall. It's kind of scary. And the Crypt. So this might still be Jewel Shop. Waltz. Maybe the One Ring? No. Start with this. So we can have 7 mana. Can just play our whole hand. Start with Bauble. Then let's do Forge. Maybe we want to pay another life. No, this is actually a good draw. Okay, let's see who dies first. Drawing into workshops next. Should I just kill the Saga here? Probably. Hopefully they don't have another island. They don't. Have another Saga. Start by playing this one. Then I guess it's also Saga time for me. I'm gonna have the bigger constructs, that's for sure. Let's see if they have another land even. They do. Down to 10 we go. Should do a construct now, just in case they have Pithing Needle. Ah, sucks. How can they draw so many lands? Is there anything I can shut off? With Needle? Bad. Okay, things are gonna be easier on the play. Do I want the same cards? I might switch to the robots on the play. Like, I don't feel like traps are that great on the play, since you need something. You need something to shut them down, otherwise you don't keep your hands. So it's gonna be... Don't even know about misstep, actually. Like, they're good countering their baubles if they have some on the draw, the play. Not sure. What do they have? They have Ancestral, they have Soul Ring, Bauble, Mana. Yeah, it's probably still good enough. Doesn't really work with your baubles. Maybe it's just another eater on the play. Yeah, this could work. Yeah, this is good. Is good. The question is it good enough? Like, we don't have Null Rod. This might just be good enough. I think I want to copy the bauble probably and draw a card. Get deeper into the deck. Hey there, Elf Kid. Thanks for the follow. Could also copy a patchwork. Feel like I'd much rather have another card. Not this one though. Let's just hope this is good enough. Workshop 4. Monolith. Or key. I feel like I have to sack the bauble now. Not because of Pearl, but because I do think I need some help to beat this draw. This, for example, helps. Like, I'm still very scared about Worm Coil that they could have. There are several cards they could have to beat us. Probably just playing a full suit of Moxen now and yeah, Lotus, Worm Coil maybe. Pio. Pio for 3. Fortunately, that's good enough, probably. Get them over the edge. Our draw wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. Like a Worm Coil or a One Ring will just seal the deal here. Another Pio does it as well. This is a matchup I should win on the play. Yeah, let's see what they have. They don't need much. Worm Coil. It's good enough now that I spammed the Metamorph. Cannot even activate the Inventor's Fair. Otherwise I could have gotten a Null Rod and like maybe still have a shot, but very unlikely. Those are not the games you win. Yeah, I mean, They have calls as well, that's the problem. Yeah, cute games. Oh. No, we don't win the roll. How can we lose? Yeah, our tiebreakers are pretty good. Now we just need to win some games. So, what is Joao Bello playing? Never played against this guy, I think. Lura Saga. He was on Lura Saga the last times. This is... I could still be. It is Luris. Yeah. This hand is fine. It has workshop and cards. I wish we were on the play so Bobble would actually do something, but... Come on, Joao. Where are you? Good start. What else? ET into Ancestral. Yes. Then pass the turn. Yeah, that's what he thought. No, now he drew all the Moxen. Really? What draw is this? Come on. Yeah, and the Lotus again, sure. Come on. And the bubble, of course. At least we have Null Rod. Like, they might have Force of Will, but then they have to sack the Lotus too. To sack the bauble. And I might also just needle the bauble now. This didn't make any sense. See? I mean, it is a bit of a strange play. They have Force of Negation, it still doesn't work, but they have Force of Will. This might be a way to crawl back into the game. Also depending what our opponent's holding. Come on! Are you kidding me? What? Yeah, it's just the nuts. They have just the nuts. It is what it is, and this is vintage sometimes. Of course. If you're running hot, you're running hot. They could still hold like many dead cards, but at some point they're just gonna hard cast Force of Will. Hmm. Interesting. What's more important, the Saga token or... Let's just start with... Killing their academies seems very important here. Do they have another? I'm gonna start with this one. If they have another spell pierce, so be it. They don't. So since I have a creature now, I think I need to start working on their mana. Because now I can probably also just resolve Crucible. And then I can hopefully slowly win. Treasure Cruise. Like they can basically draw whatever they want. There's not many relevant cards at this point. Spell Pierce is one of the relevant cards. Push is also relevant, yes. Yeah, our life total is still high enough that I think we might get there. Depends if they have... Yeah, if they have another Bowmasters, well, they would have played it. Frog's a problem. Frog's a real problem. I think I would have shot on beating anything except for Frog now. But I don't think I can beat Frog. Not with Needle already on the table. I'm just too slow against frog. Yeah, I mean, they had the nuts. Nothing we can do there. But then we somehow got close, and yeah, it's all fine. Next one. Frog is a real problem for this deck. Probably just need needle, deal with frog. What do we board out? Like, could cut the tabernacle. Yeah. Like, there's not a whole lot that needs to be done here. I think on the play I'm still far ahead. This is a keep. Could turn one Golos, we could. I think Automaton turn one is probably the best we could do. And then probably just Crucible. Okay. Resolves. Okay, they have the nuts again. Maybe playing Null Rod would have been better here. The frog. Come on, what is this? What am I playing against here? Really? Time Monk Ancestral Lotus, this is like... Yeah, I mean, if I had played the Null Rod there, I might have had a shot against this draw. I guess this is vintage sometimes, but hey, it's like those were two unreasonable draws from my opponent. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can play a Golos here. We sideboarded out Tabernacle, right? Because that would have been a way to somehow crawl back into this game. But yeah, that's the one card we sideboarded out. Still just feels unreal. Yeah, I guess we can just concede here. 2-0 into 2-3. Not our day. Not our day. And I feel like every time, or in both games, we are actually close somehow getting there. But we're not getting there. Quite obviously. Because they just have it all. Now they probably also have Time Twister. Omen Machine? Probably not. Giganta isn't playable as well, I found out. Doesn't do enough. Like, why am I still playing? Cannot win here. Like, if I would ask you to like find the perfect hand for this deck, it would for sure include those cards we've just seen. It's like, yeah, you'll probably take Saga, Black Lotus, Time Walk, Ancestral, maybe some other Moxen. Like, basically there's just one Moxen missing. Oh no, two. They also have Soul Ring, never mind. Yeah, like, last game they also just had it all. It's unbelievable. Like, those draws were... You don't get those draws back to back, like in more than 1% of your matches. Maybe even less. Okay. Basically start by killing their Saga. Replay the Wasteland. We could play a Null Rod, or we can... we just die if we do that? Probably. We die off so many cards. Yeah, but you do have the answer. Okay. Let's see if we can get some... Keep this. Let's see if we can get some additional chests by winning this round. It's the turn. Like, hopefully we can just resolve our 3-ball next turn. Not today, I guess. How did a sideboard like this? On the draw I might not need the extra null rods. At the tabernacle. Oh, that was the matchup where he took out the creatures. I think on the play they can stay. On the draw we need to shade them. Yeah, let's try this. Is that good enough? Don't think so. Is any better? Probably. Okay. What else? Nothing. Sure. Let's see if that's good enough. I think we really just need to not let Oko resolve here. Good. What do they have? Oath? Blessing. Okay, they're on a blessing list. That's interesting. Wonder if I should crack the bauble now. Probably. I've drawn the workshop. Just draw another bauble. I'm going for Caracas. I might also just grab the Giganta, but I don't think I should here. Gonna need my life some longer. I think I'm gonna go grab a 3-ball. I feel like Oath is alright at the moment. I think it has a good matchup against like the workshop decks. Okay, they draw some cards now, but I think that's good enough. I can just bounce that Atraxa and kill their lands. No, the matchup against Atraxa, against Jewel is not good. Like, you can board into Null Rods, but it's usually not good enough. Poor Giganta. Staying in the exile zone forever. I'm just gonna replay Golos afterwards. Even though, no, I think I should leave the Caracas open. Okay. I mean, What do you mean, passionate both is good against it? Shops doesn't seem very common. I don't know. I feel like both shops decks are quite popular these days because they're the best shell for Waxing Bauble. So I feel like if you have a good matchup against both, you're probably a fine deck. I think Bog has a good matchup against both, for example, but Oath just has a good matchup against Golos shops. One more of these on the draw. But yeah, you're right, it's not like both workshop decks working the same way. This hand is fine, I think. It loses against the really unfair draws, but it has the tools to compete. Oath, okay. So we start with Bauble. And then Cage. And then start killing their lands so they cannot play Oko. Works. Let's draw. Like, this is a pretty decent setup against Oath. Don't think I should play the Sphere now. Just gonna play the Wasteland, and if I play Golos, they cannot resolve a force through the Vexing Bauble, so I should be fine. Grabbing a Caracas, just in case anything goes wrong. Let's just get rid of that forest. Okay, we got it. Yeah, 3-3. 2-0 into 2-3 into 3-3. Probably good enough for top 16 and 10 chests. Hopefully. We'll see. Well, thanks for watching.